What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another SLA video. I know, guys, most of you guys try to join the live streams whenever possible, but we did have a Korean live stream that just gave us probably the two best codes we've ever received ever, like period. I can't even stress how good these codes were. And I want to go over these codes with you first before we go on with the video. So before we do anything else, let's get you guys the codes here. This is the codes you want to use. And also want to remind everybody there is one other code coming, but these are the two codes right there. They will be put into the chat for you guys, of course, and they will be pinned in the description and in the comment section. So this is going to give you guys 2,000 Essence Stones and 22 rate up tickets plus 22 custom tickets, which is probably the best code we've ever received. And then this one is going to give you guys 2,000 artifact chips, both level 1 and 2s, plus 10 million gold. And this anniversary code will be usable once the patch is complete. So make sure, guys, everybody takes advantage of these codes now. And these are the rest of them. I'll put them in the chat, of course. So make sure you take advantage of these codes while they're available and before they're gone. Don't forget, we also, Zaff and I both hosted the SLC. And we also were given the community 1,000 Essence Stones each. Those are our codes. Please use these, plus the rest, if they're still viable, will be again pinned in the description. Now, speaking of codes, before I go on with the video, we'll talk about the summary of the KR live stream. We have ourselves the brand new content creator program season is back. Ready to hit that support button, guys. It's free. Get you guys free codes coming up. We got 6 codes this season. And again, all you got to do is hit that support. It's free. It's pinned in every single description and every single video as well. It matters a lot to me. It does help me as well as a content creator to put out content for you guys. And yes, for those who are returning to the game or need a brand new guide, that will be done once the patch is live and I can do all my testing, and then I'll make a brand new guide for everybody. All right, without further ado, let's give you guys the full summary of everything you should expect. All right, boys and girls, so what we have here is the Korean live stream. I'm going to go over some of the things that they talked about, some of the questions that they answered, and of course there will be a review of this again when they release it, like a translated version with better translations then, but I want to give you guys the full gist of what happened here, okay? So first off, a couple of questions people were asking. So when will the new Power of Destruction boss be revealed? To be honest with you, they said a lot of the stuff is being worked on still, and most of the newer features are going to be coming out June or July, most likely the July patch. So it is going to be the Cthulhu boss in the story. I believe that's who they're adding in instead. And that will be the new boss there. This question was a little weird. They want a function to rewatch previous story scenes. I mean, they said they'll work on that. It's not a big urgent one for them. When will there be plans to improve the autoplay feature? This is a big one, obviously, because auto does absolutely suck. I made a joke that auto is, structured off of CM Prism's gameplay. Love you, Prism. But no, quite honestly, they said this is something they understand needs work on, and again, something they're pushing till the month of July. So expect any of the bigger quality of life features that are not in this patch, guys, to be pushed for the July patch coming up, obviously the following month. Same with the gem expansions. They said a lot of people are looking forward to this as well. But again, something that's not going to be introduced this patch, something that will be introduced in a future patch once they've completed that. So all very good questions. The roadmap was also not revealed. I know. It pissed a lot of people off during the stream. It was not revealed, but they did give us a little bit of an idea of what to expect with the upcoming patches in the month of June and July. So a couple things they're going to note here. The month of June and July, yes, the simulation gate with new codes and collectibles will be out. That might be the Sun Jin-woo one that they promised, but again, I'm not aware of when that's going to be happening. Improvements to Sun Jin-woo's agility and vitality stats. I don't know what they're planning to do with that, but I think they realize that crit and crit rate don't really matter in this, and agility is not being used, and same with vitality, so they may do some extra modifications to it. Sun Jin-woo's rune skill balance patch is going to happen, so we might see either more buffs to some of the skills that he's using that we're not using, and then of course the weapon max level cap expansion is going to be added plus more, and this is like, for example, the gem expansion and all that stuff, right? So this is all stuff that's going to be coming very, very soon, and things that you guys should expect as well. Okay, so I think this is an important one, guys. Many of you guys are going to appreciate this, and it's going to help us raise a lot more power, but of course with all this is going to come with a lot more grinding and resource management, so make sure, guys, you prepare yourself for that. Okay. All right, so please apply rewards for removed content retroactively. This is a question. So this is not even a question. This is more of a statement. And they said they will be applying anything that's retroactive. And again, when the real translations come out, we were using AI translations. They're not the best. We'll actually see if that's happening. But they are saying, based on the AI translations, that anything that was removed will be retroactively given to us in the mailbox. And if I recall, I believe if you go to the forums right now, they actually did mention that in the where is it? The maintenance right here. If we go to the bottom, it does say unclaimed rewards from challenge and train to become formidable opponents will be put in the mailbox in bulk after the update. And I believe this applies pretty much to anything else that you might have been missing through that patch. Okay, so for those people who are worried, I think they're going to cover us on that one. PvP is also an event that is returning. Yes, it is back. It's not a permanent. It's going to be an event at all times. So that's something there to look forward to. At least you get 1,000 essence stones from this, right? So essence stones galore lately, guys. I know there was like a whole dry spell of them. Now they're just tossing it at us like it's candy. So it's crazy. Of course, the artifacts is another system they wanted to talk about. All the older artifacts are disappearing. They're only going to have the main 4 now. A lot of people asking the question, do I keep the older stuff? Guys, I would always keep a couple copies of the older things. It doesn't hurt, just because some of this stuff will be usable still in places like BOT, Battlefield of Time, and other places that in the future you may want. And don't forget, there's no Buster class gear yet, and I don't think it's coming with him. So you may want to use some of this sets here to help Liu out with, you know, getting ready for content. So that might be there as well too. And of course, there is going to be 27 hunters, 22 weapons, and the 500 tickets. Yes, the 500 tickets did not include infusers. Yes, it is its own banner. And these are things that you guys need to note, that they're not going to have characters like Thomas and stuff in there as well. Okay, so very important to remember that. So those are some of the things they covered. A couple more Q&As that they had in terms of questions from other people. One was we kept asking about presets. For some reason, they didn't really answer presets. I think that's really a lot of people's problems right now with the game, is the fact that presets aren't really being used or are not being updated. And we need more preset slots, right? And that's something they didn't bring up at all. They did cover Antoine a little bit. They did say his HP scaling. You guys can see some of the features here. He recovers HP with the final hit of every skill, excluding his basic attack. He is an ideal support for light attribute parties, as he possesses numerous synergies, which is specifically designed for light attribute teams. So expect it to be like Laura, him, and Thomas, or Min, him, and Thomas, depending on what obviously he does. But there are quite a few synergies he's going to bring for the light team. I don't think he's going to be universal. I think he's going to be light spec mostly, but that's something that to look forward to if you are somebody who wants to build a light team. And then it just showed a little bit of his gameplay. You guys can see he doesn't build accumulation that quickly, which is a little bit of a problem. But we'll see what happens once you put the points in there and the Hunter co-op mode and everything. He might be actually better than what we think he is. And then, of course, they covered Myro as well, too. It showed a little bit of her gameplay. Apparently, there will be a banner for her, guys. She'll be a special summon, but it won't be the typical banner. And I'm not sure how to get her currency yet. And by the way, I'm sick. So if my voice is off, that's the reason why. So, yeah, Myro is going to be a playable unit. She will replace Jinu in modes. You guys can see right here, she can replace him, and then you can bring him back in. I don't know if there's a one-time use for her. She can't come back after that. So we have a lot more to explore about her, plus how to acquire her and what the requirements are and how far we have to push her to make her viable. So all these things are things we're going to be able to answer once the patch is live. You guys can see she is doing white damage because this boss is light attribute. She's wind, so she is specific to wind, guys. And there should be other successors coming as well too in the future. So very, very excited for that. And we'll see how she's introduced and what they do with her. And then they showed the brand new event for Baron. So quite honestly, guys, when it comes down to it, there's really not much going on here in terms of complexities and changes. There is the evolution, which is going to give us a lot more power for a hunter. So expect when you log in, you're probably going to have more power than you did before. Myro is going to be a slot as well too now, so that's going to add more power to it. This fight, for example, was 7 million power, which is pretty insane. So we're going to probably see pretty big splurges of power. Plus, that means your battlefield, your BT is going to go up as well. And then with the BT going up, you're most likely going to have the ability to get more essence stones from that, because that will retroactively give you back all the rewards from the change, right? So a couple good things to look forward to, guys, but that's essentially the big part of the summary right now. Again, the translations for AI are not the greatest, but we should get more official translations coming up, and these are all the events that we could expect. There's a Flying Cha event, etc., right? And then they just told us this SLA 2nd anniversary code, which I just told you guys about, will give you Transcendent Skill Ruin Chest ×2 and Selection Chest for Blessing and 10 million gold. And I'll let you guys know which ones to choose once these are live, and we can talk more about it to see after the patch what's the best options to go with. Okay, so there you guys go. That's the anniversary summary. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.